In the late 1970s, a young liberation fighter, Comrade Freedom Tshitonganyika, coming from yet another round of fierce fighting in the battlefront, bruised, trained, and exhausted, slept on the back under the glimmering stars in Zanla Chimoyo training camps in Mozambique, blankly staring into night sky and dreaming of a free Zimbabwe. Sarabina Mashkobnani watched the betrayed promise. How ZANU-PF hollowed out the dream of Zimbabwe's liberation heroes. It was subscribe on the bell icon of the HT. Like thousands of other young men who have been fighting under ZANU-PF and Sandla, Freedom risked his life and limb for a simple, powerful cause. A nation where the black majority owned their land, where every child could go to school, where hospitals function, most people lived in free and prosperous country, and indeed where the ballot box replaced the colonial bullet to determine who governs the country. One man, one vote. The principle of one man, one vote directly embodies universal adult suffrage and equal representation of ensuring every citizen has the right to vote and that every vote carries the exact same weight. Historically, this marks served as a powerful rallying cry in liberation struggles to dismantle minority rule, notably across South Africa and Zimbabwe. In modern democratic theory, it is updated to the gender-neutral phrase, one person, one vote. And this was the same reality and same dream from Gululeko Siyabusa Dube in Zambia fighting for the same thing as freedom. Freedom and Gululeko, which also means freedom in the Vele Orongode languages, underwent grueling training in China and Russia respectively, ducked deadly snakes, dangerous animals and bullets, as well as witnessed their comrades dying in the front and people massacred in refugees camps, yet never flinched. They fought with great fortitude, determination, and hope against better trained and equipped Rhodesians. The Rhodesian War was one of the world's most vicious, bitter, and consequential conflicts at the time, hence it invited global attention. So when the Union Jack was finally lowered on April 18, 1980, the Rivaro Stadium in Salisbury, Harare, Freedom and his Zanu fellow compatriots were ecstatic with jubilation, and the atmosphere was electric. Doma developments anokudapangwa eno. Penako basic shemedu of great imo to give observe cheat coach. So subscribe or like, chat on the bell icon.